your question. Re-ask your question.
Yeah, my question is, first of all, I'm selecting daily high and previous daily high and low. Then I'm looking the 15 minutes time frame, and I'm waiting the week should be swept, and then I'm after sweeping I'm looking for order block and plus uh, imbalance. Then I'm looking charge. After taking charge, I should actually wait inducement, but uh, it's not doing inducement, but it's coming to my order block, and it's going what I want. I mean, side in which side I want, that side it's going. But as a rule, it should take inducement first. But after church, it's not taking, it's not doing any inducement, and just going to order block, and it's it's working without inducement. So I don't understand the logic of after sweeping uh, wakes and taking charge, but it's without inducement.
All right, beautiful.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
sir. I try.
Um, it's interesting. I like your observation. It means that you are paying attention to every detail that I'm speaking about in each and every of the lessons, and that is great. I've been looking at your setups on the Telegram page, and yeah, you are really following up with the lesson, and I'm glad for that. I don't know if you're on the WhatsApp group.
Yes, yes, sir. I am on WhatsApp. Actually, I first of all, I would like to say you thank you very much, sir, because I found you on YouTube, and 17 days. I only watched your YouTube videos starting from 10 advanced structure. If I'm not mistaken, it was from 10 lesson till 26 and strategies. I already finished. After that, I start testing on FX replay. It's for testing free. So I tested, and what you said, everything are working. I'm sure that if guys are doing some tests, and they will get results. I'm 100% sure. And I would like once again thank you, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let me answer your question for you. All right, so this is what happened. Okay, for instance, let's say we have an order block here. Okay, and price taps into this order block. Now, what I told you guys was that if, let's say, for instance, a candle, so this end like this, let's say we have something like this. Okay, something like this. So we have the wick of the candle sweeping through the order block, or let me say not order block, let me say point of interest, an IFC, previous day high, previous week high, previous week low, previous day low. Okay, let's say we have a sweep, and then the body of the candle closes above this. When you see something like this, you don't need inducement again. All you need is the chalk. So once you have this change of character again, because it taps into a higher time frame zone, sweep it, closes above the zone. This in a bearish market. So this becomes our change of character, and Once this happen, you mark your OB here, and when price, just a minute. All right, so once price stops here, all you need to look for is something we call single candle order block. We'll be talking about it in the entry course. So this is the last major topic we are treating under this SMC concept. Okay, so this might take us about 3 or 4 lectures to finish the whole thing, because I'll have to take my time for you guys to understand the whole thing. So today I'll just give you the types that we'll be looking at. I'll not go into detail, just an introductory session. Then from Wednesday, that's when we start going into details on each and every one of the entry modules. But because he has brought this up, this one of the entry models, and we call it the chalk without inducement entry. Then we have what we call the chalk with inducement entry model. Then we have the chalk flip entry model, chalk flip with inducement entry model. Then we have what we call the single candle order block entry model. You look at all of those things. Okay, so it's like I've already, using his question, I'm already talking about the things I want to talk about today. Okay, so these are the types of entry we'll be looking at in this particular session. Okay, so as I've said, we have what we call flip with inducement. I'll come back to the illustration on the screen. Okay, I'll come back there. Let me just quickly mention the types of entry models we'll be looking at. Okay, so that to be in your mind down before I'll do this thing. We'll start dealing with them on Wednesday. So we have the chalk with inducement entry model. We have the chalk without inducement entry model or entry type. Then we have what we call the flip with inducement entry type. And then we have the flip without inducement entry type. And then we also look at single candle mitigation entry types. Okay, single candle mitigation entry types. Then maybe I might talk about one other entry type that myself I do use. Okay, I'm still contemplating whether I should teach it or not, but let's see what happens. Okay, that is just my own deduced method. All right, so I don't know which name to give to it yet. All right, but then the other ones that I mentioned, the 5 types, are the major ones that we'll be looking at. With that said, let me come back to what I'm explaining. I was explaining right now. Okay, all right. So as I was saying, here, because we have a sweep, I'll explain this thing again when I start with the entry this thing, so I'll not talk plenty. Okay, because we have sweep, this is the main reason why once chalk is taken and we have our valid OB, imbalance and everything, once market comes in here, all we need to confirm is single candle order block that we take our trade. Or you can still just take what we call limit order, and then you allow the trade to run. So this area becomes your, sorry, This should be buy. So you enter your buy here. But if this is your higher time frame, let's say 15 minutes, and you still want to get a very refined zone, then you can shift to 1 minute, and when market enters here, you still look to get other entries based on chalk on 1 minute as well. So you can have your first entry on 15 minutes, and as well take other entries, multiple entries on 1 minute, based on all the confirmation that we'll be looking at. So maybe this thing picking your order block after chalk is not anything strange. The reason being that is the way the higher time frame OB or liquidity area was swept. That is the reason why you don't need inducement to take this type of entry. But if you get inducement, it is a plus. If you get inducement, it is a plus. All right. It just gives you more probability. But in actual fact, you don't need the inducement if it is like this. Now, the second type where you need inducement confirmation, let me change this color. Where you need inducement confirmation before making your entry is here. If the body, let me increase this guy. So let's say candle breaks the previous day's high or low, and then the body of the candle closes below. So in this case, closes below. With this type of formation, we will look for inducement. So let's say market gives us a chalk. We will be expecting price to do something like this. Okay, give us this inducement this way, then market comes back, take this inducement, then taps here, and we take our trade. So in this case, this becomes our inducement before our entry. Okay, so this is the type we call chalk with inducement. The previous one I explained is what we call chalk without inducement entry type. Baby, please, is the explanation correct? Sorry, understandable. Do you get the explanation? Baby, skill up.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Everything
So
is clear.
yeah,
But
that is why
sir,
you are
I have a
getting.
question. I have a question. Can I ask, sir?
Sure.
Yeah, sir. What's the logic of this? Just doing this order block. What doing big player by creating of this order block? What's the logic of this order block?
Yeah, good. You know, in every market, not just the financial market, even in your physical market that you go, you need to create something we call a supply and a demand. When there is high demand for certain type of goods, the price has to go up. When the supply becomes high, price will decrease. Now, demand means people in search of that particular hot product, and supply means then the product is in abundance more than the buyers or people who are in need of it. Same applies to the financial market. okay, where we have buyers and sellers. Now, these order blocks that are created are a result of this supply and demand. So this order block was formed because the amount of buyers here was more than the amount of products or selling orders. So the amount of buying orders was more than the amount of selling orders. So they leave this order flow or order block behind, telling them that in the future, when they are descending and they get to this point, they will know that there is still some amount of buy orders left within that space. This is why it creates what we call imbalance in the system. And that's why when you don't find an imbalance close to an order block, it is a disaster for you to use that order block for entry, because that becomes an SMT, smart money trap. They left it there for you to think it is an area that is of high probability for you to buy from or to sell from. Whilst in the return ideology, they are setting a trap for you to place your order, increasing the liquidity in the market. Then they use that area as money zone, grab all your orders, push market down, and then now pick the actual order block that met all the concepts that we are looking at. That is liquidity, inducement, change of character, so many things that we are looking at, imbalance. Okay, now that is why we look at how to select valid order blocks and how to detect invalid order blocks. And I also showed you guys how to detect what we call smart money traps. And I told you anything that is formed before an inducement is an SMT. Our first valid order block after inducement is formed is what we refer to as the decisional order block. And then we have our second valid and strong order block is our extreme order block. So only two types of order blocks work in SMT: the decisional order block and the extreme order block. Now, if we have multiple order blocks, always work with the order block just after inducement was formed and the extreme order block. Anything between the decisional order block and the extreme order block is an SMT, it's a trap. Are you there?
Yes, sir. So we will enter only on extreme order block. So it's our entry. It's gonna be right.
No, we have two:
Mm-hmm.
decisional and extreme, and this is how it works. Before
Oh,
you can use a decisional order block, there should be an inducement. And for extreme, you don't need another inducement because already inducement has been created even before the decisional order block. And with decisional order block, you need extra confirmation. That is, you need a chalk and inducement on lower time frame. So you got the decisional order block on 15 minutes, you shift down to 1 minute to get extra confirmation of a change of character and inducement. But if it is a sweep, then a change of character and then single candle order block, and you make your entry. Does that make sense now?
yes, sir. So this for decision we need extra confirmation, and for extreme order block no need, just sweeping and charge, as
Yes,
I
because
understand.
by then it has cleared every liquidity before reaching there.
Hmm, I
Do you
got it,
get the
sir.
point?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. So all this thing, all that you need is to practice back test. Once we finish the class, use about some weeks or days, or if you are a slow learner, a month or two to practice back test, and then you should be good to go. Now,
Sir,
yeah,
sorry. This news affecting for order block, or it's just nothing?
news.
Yeah.
You see, honestly speaking, I never fear fundamentals. Or those close to me will tell you that they are talking about news, there are times when they are around me, I tell them, just watch this, where this liquidity is and this imbalance, it market might push right down into this OB, and then now push back right up into that OB at the top there, take out liquidity, enter into the OB and reverse or break it and go to the other side. You know why? Because of the concepts you have learned. You know, the market is all about liquidity. Even fundamental respects liquidity. So if you understand liquidity, it will shock you that you'll be able to trade fundamentals without difficulty. Moreover, we are not using liquids. We want to confirm every detail before we go into the market. Are you with me? So based on that, if fundamental causes things not to go in your way, fair enough, you've not entered into the market. You just wait for other confirmation and go into the market. Baby skill. Is
Yes,
it
sir, I
clear?
understand. I understand what you say exactly, because I'm testing, backtesting. I'm seeing what you said, like this system. I mean, it seems to me, sir, it's algorithm. It's some, not the pupil. I mean, the such kind of program algorithm. It's controlling this system. It seems to me. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not just an algorithm. It's human beings that are all over the world behind PCs trading. Okay. Then we have the big institutions, the banks, the hedge funds, the pension schemes. Okay. Then we have individual rich people with large sums of capital that people are trading for. Then we have prop firms. These are institutions who move the market, and they are always looking for liquidity because of their large sum. They need to grab a lot of liquidity in the market, huge sums of liquidity. Liquidity simply means money. So more liquidity means higher volatility, and market is all about volatility. The higher the volatility, the faster the market moves. The higher the volatility, the faster the market moves. This is why Asia session doesn't move, because the volume there is low. So not much liquidity is there to move the market. Are you getting the point? So you see, when you understand this thing, you think it is a program, you think it is an algorithm. There was a guy I taught this thing before I started teaching it public or putting it up on YouTube and co. And I taught the guy within 2 months. I taught the guy finish, and I told him he can buy any prop firm account. After I realized he mastered, I said, you can buy some prop firm account and test yourself. So he got a $10,000 account, and within 2 days, he passed his first his first challenge. And he came to me and said, that it was like magic. It's not magic, it's about understanding liquidity, areas of liquidity, valid liquidity, valid pullbacks in the market. Not all pullbacks are pullbacks. These are the things you should be able to differentiate. This is what makes you unique from other traders. See, let me be honest with you guys. I'm not bluffing. I am not popular. I'm not one of your popular traders out there that people know, like how we have my colleagues, Kojo Forest, Dr. Harmony, Kyria Forest, Elvis Justice, and co. If I tell you who I got motivated from to start even researching about smart money, the person is in Ghana here, makes more money than most of these people I have mentioned, but he's not popular. He's popular on Instagram, but he's not popular on even the Instagram. Is not easy for you to find him. It's called Willie J. You can go and search Willie J. That is if you are able to even get the correct account. And see how this guy marks his chart, the zones, the risk, and look at the risk to reward factor. When I watch him, a friend introduced me to him, and then I begin to watch this man, and that is where my zeal for forex even increased. And that is where I learned to be a very quiet trader. You only know how I trade when you are close to me. Most of these mentors, are sponsored. So they have to come out with the monies they are making and those things as publicity with the companies that they are helping to advertise, the brokers they are helping to advertise. You understand? So the thing I want to tell you is you need to understand the concept. If you can give yourself 3 months for now, practice what I have taught you here, you give your own testimony. I know my DM will be flooded with testimony. See, some people are not on my WhatsApp pages or Telegram pages. They just stumble upon this same meeting I'm having with you guys here and watch the videos, and they get back to me and say, in these few weeks we've watched your lesson, our trading has changed, our mentality has changed. So I just want you guys to be very focused with what we are doing. Maybe I'm not charging, so you will not see the relevance. But I know what I'm pouring to you. I told you I paid nothing less than 10,000 to get the whole course from beginning to professional. This whole course, or the entire thing I'm teaching you for free. I know if my mentor see that I have delivered this thing on YouTube for free, he'll be mad at me. But it is me that paid my money, and I decided to give it. A time is going to come, a lot of people will not get it free again from me. And if they don't go to my channel to watch, they'll come and pay for the same thing. So yes, all I need from you guys is to practice. I think baby skill. You mentioned one of the backtesting site that you were using that I said was free. Maybe it will be helpful to other people. Can you type it in the chat for them so that
Yeah,
those
sure.
that cannot afford trading view can also go there and do the back testing there?
Yeah, sure. Actually I already mentioned on the Telegram picture what I sent. There is the name, but I will send again. It's calling FX
Okay, if
replay.
possible, just copy the website link.
Mhm.
Uh, Send me a DM on Telegram or WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp will be better. Send it to me
Yeah.
because if you post it on the Telegram page, the bot will give you a warning. So you just send it directly to me on WhatsApp and I'll post it on the page for demo.
Yeah, I'm sending for on WhatsApp also, and on the group I already sent also. So
Okay.
I just entering and taking like 2 years back and testing, looking by day, daily, and 15 minutes, as you said, and it's
Okay.
working for me. And I'm sure that the guys also will try a week, maybe, or 2 weeks. They will see test of this. It's sure working. It's sure. I'm sure. For me, it's working. I'm happy that I meet you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So the rest you've heard it for yourself. I think this is the site. This is the site he's
Yes,
talking
sir.
about. So guys, go and use those of you who cannot afford the premium trading view, because trading view you need to pay to be able to use the replay tool. So I think you just need an account with them,
Yes.
and then you should be able to use them to do your back testing. Okay, guys. So try sign up with them FS replay and then use them to do back testing, and that should help you a lot. Any other question before? Because what I want to do today, I've already done it. I've talked about the uh, entry methods that we'll be looking at, and then I've also explained even two already, but I will have to take time to go deep from Wednesday. Okay, so go back, rewatch this particular meeting before you come for the next meeting, because the questions your colleague have asked right now that I've talked about, I've said a lot of things that you need to jot down. So do well to go back, and then I'll upload the video right after here. Earlier, if you are on the call, please try and make this thing ready for me, so that once after we finish
Yes,
here,
I'm sending you right away.
all right. Right after we close, you should have it available on the YouTube channel. And guys, say don't be selfish. Share this with your friends. We are been 400 on that WhatsApp page for too long, and the Telegram channel is also 500 something for too long. Even the group is, some of you joined the channel but have not joined the group where you can send message directly. You are 500 something on the channel but 100 and something on the Telegram group. So you have to join the group so that you can send message to communicate with everybody. Okay. And then
Please,
also,
can you the link to the group? I didn't even know there was a group until today. So please, can you post the
really,
link to the? Yeah, I didn't. I never knew until
everything
today.
is on the YouTube, both the group link and the channel link. So you can just go there and follow
Okay.
the
Okay. Thank you.
welcome. So, any other question? Guys, I'm here for you. So sometimes when you send questions to the group, you see that it takes time for me to come and respond because I'm doing other things. So if you have me like this, that's the best opportunity for you to ask your questions and you have me answer them for you. And those of you who have been sending me chats, you are doing great. um I've been following your chats, your analysis and things closely, and I must admit that you guys are doing great, and I'm happy with your performance. Keep it up, and you will not regret taking this free course. Eh? You will not regret. And those of you that want to help us, please, if you go to, what is the name? YouTube, if you go to the description of the video, our payment methods are there: Bitcoin, USDT, SKRILL, Perfect Money. You can just, anything you want to help us with, if you want us to still get data and continue with this kind of lessons for you, you can help. Anything, if you don't help, we will still be here for you. All right. Since there's no other question, I will end today's lesson here. Yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
mm, I have question. Uh, this do we use any extra indicators for just for additional? I mean, for additional confirmation. Actually, smart money it's already working, but I want to make sure before entering, and if there is any indicators that should I use for extra more confirmation. For
Actually,
example,
no.
volume, or I don't know.
Actually, with me, I don't use any other indicator. I just go purely with the chart. What the candlestick is telling me is what I go by. And my win percentage is always high. It doesn't mean I don't lose trade. I lose trade sometimes, but it doesn't have any effect on me because if you compare my risk to reward ratio, I'm always in profit. I lose trade once in a while. Then most of the time I lose trade because I'm too protective of my trade. You get it? By the time I follow my entry and exit strategy, that is it. I don't need any extra. The only indicator I told you we will use was the this thing, how they call it, the
The
session,
Asian.
the Asian session range indicator. That one is to help us identify the various trading sessions. And guys, don't worry, I know so far I've only recommended the Rift to you guys, and that is for synthetic purposes in terms of broker. I'm trying to get one of the best currency brokers for you guys. Once I'm able to do that, I'll let you guys know. I'll recommend it to you. For now, I'm still trading with different brokers. I want to see the one that is very good for me, and that means it will be good for you because some of the brokers their spreads are crazy, and with the kind of trading we do, we need brokers with good spread. uh If you don't have a broker with a very good spread, you be having issues with your trades, which is not good. All right. Thank you all for coming this evening. I love you. See you on Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.